Good evening, one and all. I don't know why I'm made the scapegoat all the time when Sergeant at Arm is missing in action, and the Sergeant at Arm is Bashir. So I don't know. My face looks like Bashir in any way. I don't know. Should I take it like a compliment or I don't know. I don't. I'm totally at a loss of words. Okay, so here I begin. Good evening. I can see wonderful guests around the world and our lovely Toastmasters. So, where is the washroom? Look to your left, right. You would know. Unless you roll the camera and educate me where your washrooms are, I will guide you where it is. But I suggest whatever needful, do your chores and come here and enjoy the meeting thoroughly. And if you have coffee, yes, you are free. There is no break as such. You have break throughout. From the beginning of the meeting till the end of the meeting, you're most welcome to have your coffee, your chips, your snacks, anything can be done. So you have the liberty to do it. Do pay attention and try to be away from the phone. Even I try to keep it away, because that is the behind the closed cameras. Okay, it's a taboo. It's Ramadan month, and all of you pledge no touching your mobile phone, and especially pay attention when my speech is on. And let's read the district mission statement. So repeat after me. We provide
We
a
provide
supportive and positive learning experience
a
in which
supportive and positive learning experience
in which members are empowered to
in which
develop
empowered
to develop their communication and leadership skills,
to develop their communication and leadership skills,
resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Yay!
resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth.
Woo! I by-hearted it right now. So with that, let me welcome a vibrant, effervescent, amazing lady, the most good-looking lady over here, which all of you must have guessed, DTM Bafa Salman, who's also our immediate past district director. Yay! Over to you. And my 2 to 3 minutes over, impromptu. I'll only say over to you.
It's not counted. It's not counted. Thank you, our acting surgeon at arms, our VPPR actually, and good evening, fellow LOL members and guests. Today we have lots of guests, and I'm so happy for that. It's another meeting, and it's every meeting in LOL. We laugh a lot from our heart. I'm trying now to put a permanent makeup, so I don't have problem when I'm laughing, because usually when I laugh, my eyeliner will be removed automatically. So now my makeup is okay, it's fixed, so waterproof. Make me laugh and I'm fine, I'm ready. So now let's listen from our guests. You are guests of who, your name, and what are you expecting to see in our club? Let's start by Rami.
Hello, ladies. My screen is all ladies. That's why I can't see the gentlemen. They are too shy to show their faces. Yeah. And yeah, I am Rami. Some of you know me from before, some don't, which is good for you. I mean, those who don't know me. And I expect to laugh, actually. Laugh out loud. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Good morning, Rami.
Good morning. Good morning.
You're welcome, Rami. And now let's go to Ahmed. Ahmed, tell us about you.
Hello, everybody. I am Ahmed with Rami in the same company. Nice to meet you all. Actually, I am expecting to develop my language skill in listening and speaking, and hope it will be useful, inshallah. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Ahmed. And welcome, Marutush. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name well. I know how you have problem with your audio. You're most welcome in our club. And at the end of the meeting, write something about our club if your audio is still in that. Siham, area director, tell us. Can you introduce yourself?
Good evening. Yeah, sure. Good evening, everyone. I am TM Siham Muhammad,
and I am Area 32 Director. I'm a Toastmaster since 2016, and I'm so happy to be at LOL today to have a funny night, unforgettable night. All the best.
Thank you, Siham, for being with us. And
Thank you.
our amazing and supportive guests like Siham. Siham is supportive not for us, for every club in Kuwait, but we have Asma as well, is doing the same thing and follow Siham's steps. Asma, introduce yourself.
Yeah. My name is Asma Al-Anizi. First of all, I want to say good evening, everyone, and Ramadan Kareem. My name is Asma Al-Anizi, and I am a member in a number of Toastmaster clubs. And it's my pleasure and great honor to be part of your meeting tonight. And thank you so much. Back to you, Ditya.
And the pleasure is ours for all our guests. Thank you for being here. And I will guarantee you, you will not regret being with us these 2 hours in Ramadan. Our meeting today, is there any changes in the agenda, our VP Education?
Fortunately, there is no change in the agenda, so we can adopt it as it's.
Okay, so as per the VP Education, there is no changes of the agenda. If there is no objection, I will count to 3 and then the agenda will be adopted. 3, 2, 1, agenda is adopted. And now our Toastmaster of the day, he's an amazing person. He's younger than me a lot. And he makes us laugh, especially when he talks about the restrooms and unforgettable speeches that we laugh about. Let's hear from him today and see how he will lead the meeting from the beginning till the end. I will give him the floor, but you will give it to me at the end of the meeting, Toastmaster of the day. Is that right?
Sure.
Okay, the floor is yours, Toastmaster of the day, Srinivas Sharafati.
Thank you very much, President DTM Professor Mann. I welcome all the LOL members to meeting number 61, and most importantly, I welcome all the guests who have joined us from across the world. A very good evening to all of you. Before I actually start talking about the theme of the day, theme of this meeting, meeting number 61, let me give you a small background of what exactly and why did I choose this theme. It was about a couple of decades ago, or a little over a couple of decades, I would say, somewhere in late 70s and early 80s. In my country, back home in my country in India, for a school graduate, a high school graduate, it was mandatory to go and attend a typewriting institute. Now, I'm not sure how many of you have ever seen a manual typewriter in your lives, because you all seem to have been born in somewhere in 80s and 90s. So you might not have seen the manual typewriters. But me, I have literally attended not 1, not 2, probably 4 or 5 typewriting institutes to get used and acclimatized to typewriting. Now you see the funny part of this particular aspect. Typewriting and shorthand. These are the 2 skills what one has to have as a school graduate. Why? Because that becomes so handy for you to earn a livelihood. In the later part of your life, when there are no jobs for you to take or no opportunities that comes your way, that is the volume of job seekers in India those days, even today. But all that changed. It changed so fast. Typewriting institutes got replaced with computer institutes. Initially, they were all, the internet parlors. We used to call them as internet parlors. Later, they became computer institutes. And now, every individual home has got much more than 1 PC per person. Or maybe there are PCs per every member of a family. That is what is the amazing fact of this particular thing. And I never realized that India, where they used to have people supplying labor in terms of typewriters or typists and stenographers, all of a sudden became the world beater in supplying software engineers to the world. That is what is the most amazing fact. Now let me talk about this team. You know, in a typewriter, on a manual typewriter, you've got to first get acclimatized to all 3 steps of the keyboard, all right? Which is the first line of the alphabet, A, S, D, F, G, colon, L, K, J. Similarly, the other one. All three you've got to get used to. Now, while you're doing this, once you get used to it, all right, you've got to use all the alphabets of the English language, which means all the 26. That is exactly what tonight's theme is. If you carefully look at the quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog, it has got all the 26 letters of the English alphabet. The brown fox no longer jumps with a lazy dog now, all right? Because you don't see any manual typewriters anywhere in the world. Forget about India. Anywhere in the world, you don't see manual typewriters. There are still a few electronic typewriters that are still existing. Even those numbers are very small. But the theme of tonight's meeting is to give a reintroduction to the whole concept of this one sentence. From manual typewriters to computers, everything changed. And the very pattern of typing English letters, English alphabet. I'm sure you coming from the latest generation and using smartphones are well acclimatized of how you actually type on the keyboard too, using a touch keyboard or a touch keypad. What has not changed is the 26 letters of English alphabet. So that is what is our theme tonight. Now I'll be introducing the role players tonight. And I expect each of the role player to please let us first understand as to what was the first time when English alphabets were introduced to you. Our general evaluator tonight is our area director, DTM Seham Mohammed. I would want her to introduce the role and also give us a very brief about when she was introduced to the English alphabet first. What did she experience and how were those moments? However young she might have been at that age. It's all yours, DTM Seham Mohammed.
Seham, you're muted.
You're muted. You please unmute yourself.
Sorry. It's okay. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone, again. It's my pleasure to be with you as a general evaluator. And thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the day, for your lovely theme. I believe that English in general is a fantastic language with the letters, with the words, with the expressions, with emotions, with the feelings, everything in English. Really, I like it and enjoy it. How did I start with the language, or how did I start learning the language? Actually, from the movies. You can say I am addicted on TV when I was young, not now. So I used to watch the English, American, of course, Western movies. So maybe I believe that I didn't miss a movie. That's why I loved the language, and I started to speak English since I was young, and it became my passion. I need to speak English. I need to join a college that helps me to speak English, to be a teacher, to be a doctor, just to speak English. This is my experience with the language. And of course, day after day, of course, I felt that it's another world and it opens the mind on a lot of horizons that we can reach after joining Toastmasters. This is another dimension for the language, because as a teacher, it's not enough actually. But being in Toastmasters and learning pathways, giving speeches, listening to others' thoughts, perceptions, and it's really a wonderful and amazing experience. My role as a general evaluator, sorry, I took a little bit longer time talking about my experience, but my role as a general evaluator is that I am going to watch the meeting from the start till the end, assist and give my feedback with my team at the final segment of the meeting, which is the evaluation segment. So inshallah, in my segment, I will give further information and details. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, our general evaluator, DTM Siham Mohammed. The next role player is another very, very interesting Toastmaster. She's playing the role of a timer tonight. And I would want to invite DTM Fatma Abdul to let us know of any funny moments when she was being taught English alphabet, and also explain her role as a timer. It's all yours, DTM Fatma Abdul.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, for asking me this very funny question. I have already indulged this concept in one of my humorous speeches, and I said that one of my students, when I asked him to read a word, that was forget. And it's very simple and very easy to pronounce. However, we have in the Egyptian accent a similar word that is pronounced forget. And forget means that the problem is solved. So when I asked him to read it, he read it in the Egyptian accent. He said, forget. That was one of my most funniest situations regarding the language. My role for tonight is as a timer. I will be keeping an eye on my stopwatch, and I will record all the timing for the speakers for all segments, and I will deliver the report to the general evaluator when I am called upon. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best. And over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, DTM Fatma Abdul. In general, every Toastmaster meeting has got 3 segments. Certain Toastmaster meetings have even 4 segments, but in general, it is 3 segments. Tonight, our meeting number 61 commences with the table topic session. We proceed to the prepared speech session and then finally conclude our meeting with the evaluation session. These are the 3 segments that you would experience. Table topics is a session that is conducted in a very different way as far as the role is concerned. It is called the round robin pattern, in which the speakers are given the theme and each of the succeeding speaker has to start or begin his or her speech with the last letter or the last alphabet that the preceding speaker ends with. This is how it goes. Tonight, to play the role of a table topic master, we have one of the most established Toastmasters in District 20 and our most loved Toastmaster in Kuwait. None other than our president, our very dear president, DTM Wafa Salman. I invite DTM Wafa Salman to also take up the table topics role, but before she starts her table topic session, I would want her to let us know as to what was her experience of listening to others speak English around her when she was a very little kid. Of course, she's still a little kid. I'm sure she would admit that. But I would want her to say a word or two about how she felt language English was being introduced to her. It's all yours, DTM Wafa Salman.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day. Actually, English for me, it was in kindergarten. when I was with KG1, and because I was in an English school, so English was introduced before the Arabic actually. And at home we were talking Arabic, so we are not like these days that we parents talk to their kids in English. No, in Arabic, when the first words I pronounced was Arabic, but when I start kindergarten, I start 1 year French, and then I started English in KG2. And since then, English is an amazing language that I love, and I can express myself easier than I express myself in Arabic. And that was last year. This year I worked on my Arabic and I'm much better. I'm improving. Now, we will do the table topics now.
Yes, I would want you to conduct the table topic session, please.
Okay. Now, our table topics for today, I made it in a different way. It's not as we used to do. I made it funny, but in a story. And each one of you will get a number. Let me share my screen. Each one of you will get a number. And when you get this number, you will be introduced to 3 words. And what I want you to do with these 3 words, try to create a funny story. It's not just a story. I want to laugh. So the challenge is 3 words, you will combine them in one story and make it funny. Let us laugh. And I know you are up to this challenge and you can do it. Before that, let me ask the timer. Timer, can you tell us the timing rule for table topics, the normal timing for table topics?
Yes. Now, as a timer, of course, for the table topic session, we will have 1 to 2 minutes for each speaker. At the first minute, I will show you the green background. And when you reach the 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will show you the yellow background. And the maximum time will be 2 minutes. I will show you the red background. Then you have 30 seconds grace period to wrap up your speech. Over to you, Latia Mofa.
Thank you, our timer. So please, speakers who will volunteer, pin the timer and try to look at the timer. Don't stop speaking until you see the green. And when it is red, try to wrap up, because we want to vote for, if we are voting, we want you to be in the voting list. Okay, so who's the first volunteer? And I wish to see guests, but let's have a member trying to step in and show.
We have Katani. We have champion Muhammad Katani.
Wow, it's a great example. Muhammad, are you ready for the challenge?
I didn't have the introduction for table topics, but yeah, sure, can do it.
The challenge for Aether topics, you will choose a number and you will get 3 words. What we want to do in these 3 words to create a story combining these 3 words and a funny story.
All right, clear. Go ahead.
The 1. Welcome,
Okay.
Muhammad, and it's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Wafa.
Choose a number, please.
From 1 to what? 5?
1 to 12.
1 to 5. Okay. 4.
4. Let's take the 4. Your 3 words are time, book, and ink.
Time, book, and
Time,
ink.
book, and ink.
Okay.
I want them in a story. Let me stop sharing so we can see you.
My fellow Toastmasters and wonderful friends, this brings back some really good memories, some really wonderful time. A time when I used to be a person of intellect, a person who owns and was very eager to have a book in his hand. A person who thought to himself that he's a bit smart. And sometimes I would put some ink into paper, write something that I thought might be meaningful. But something happened after. I got more stupid. I don't know how, I don't know what happened, but I became an idiot. I started reading. I don't even know what letters looks like. And I became so indulged into these conspiracies that's happening all around us. Especially now with the COVID vaccine, I've been told that, it shortens your life and, it makes you sterile. And that's why I decided not to be vaccinated. All of my friends and family keep asking me, Mohammed, you're an educated person. You went to college. And I said, college? What college? I don't know what college even means anymore. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, time change. And take it granted that you have some education, because if you don't read, you will be less of a gooder than you are. Thank you.
That was good one. Thank you, Muhammad. And who's next? So 4 is gone. As you see, 4 is in a different color. 1 to 12. I need a volunteer. And you see, you can make 3 words funny, even if they're not.
Dr. Makhlouf.
Dr. Makhlouf, are you ready for the challenge? He's not ready.
I'm ready, but not for the challenge.
Oh, okay. Ready for what?
No excuse.
I don't know why Arij always picking on me.
Arij likes
Anyway,
you
let's
so
see.
much. And today we cannot make Arij angry. She got vaccinated, so we are proud of her. She's good.
You're ruining my stand-up comedy, please, Wafa. Later.
Okay, Dr. Makhlouf, choose a number, please.
3.
3. Let's see your words.
Trying to be close to Gahtani. How are you, Muhammad?
But the words are not close. The words are window, pillow, and chocolate. Window, pillow, and chocolate. Try to make a funny story. Floor is yours.
Every time I want to motivate myself, I always start with chocolate. This is my secret of motivation. When I want to achieve something, I'm telling myself, you will be rewarded with chocolate if you just do that. And usually when I give this to my mind, I ate the full bar of chocolate and directly move to the pillow and sleep till the sunrise from the window over my head, and I'm, as usual, coming up late and doing nothing. So I decided not to motivate myself with chocolate. And imagine what happened. Again, went back to the pillow, sleep, and open my eyes after the sunrise. Motivation is something very important for everybody, and you have to see or to check with yourself what really motivates you other than chocolate. Maybe if I change my pillow or close my curtain, maybe something will change. I'm not sure, but you have to motivate yourself and keep motivated and achieve your goals before the sunrise. Back to you, Ditya Mota.
Good one. Okay. I like chocolates, and it will not take me to the pillow. Who's next?
Rami, give it a trial.
Yalla, Rami.
Rami.
It's been a long time, guys. I've lost all this stuff.
You are a
I
storyteller.
don't know. Okay.
You are a
You can do
storyteller.
it.
Okay, let's try, but forgive my weakness. Okay, so let's go with 7.
7. Okay, you are going to near Dr. Makhluf. Let's see. Coffee, scientists, existence. Coffee, scientist, existence. How can you make these 3 words in a funny story? Floor is yours, Rami.
Okay, good morning, people. This is weird, speaking about coffee and science and existence. Can I speak about language instead? Because it's really difficult to drink coffee while speaking about existence and discuss science at the same time. I don't know what I'm saying at the moment, but let's look at it this way. I'll give you a chance to look at my interesting life. I will tell 3 things about myself, and I'll keep it to you to know which one of these 3 things is a lie. And then just keep it to yourself. And then at the end, I will tell you which one was a lie. So the first one is I existed on an island. I was lost on an island that existed in some very far away place in some ocean for 3 hours and a half. This is the first one. The second one, I taught science for 3 days. Then I was kicked out of the class. And the third one, I was discussing existence of human being with a friend who believed that we came from apes, but I convinced him that he believed in Darwin that we came from apes, but I convinced him that it's vice versa. It's that apes came from human being. It was degrading, not upgrading, I mean. So I know this is not very funny, but happened. Well, I'll give you the time to decide which one is true. The 3 of them sound very fake, but take your time, decide. And well, the first one is true. I was lost on an island for 3 hours and a half, alone, nothing to do, no mobile phone, nothing at all. The second one, I was teaching science for real in an institute in Kuwait, and I taught for 3 days, then students kicked me out. That was true. And the third one, my friend now is convinced that apes came from human being and not vice versa. Back to you.
Good try, good try. I laughed. And well done, Rami, welcome. And welcome Morally, welcome Khalid, our CGD. Let's see now who will take the challenge.
CGD, take him. At all. Don't give him space.
I have been raising my hand since the beginning.
And because I'm sharing the screen, I'm not seeing. Let's take Ola. I'm not seeing all, I'm just seeing 3. So
yes,
Ola,
I want to try.
Take a number.
Number 6.
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dessert.
Curtains,
curtains
and farewell. Desserts, curtains, and farewell. Try to make in these 3 words a funny story. The floor is yours.
What a combination of words. Oh. Do you know that feeling when you have to do a farewell for someone that's near to your heart? Maybe a friend, loved one, someone from the family. I'm a person, I don't like to say goodbye. I don't like to go to airports to say goodbye. I'm okay to go to airport to receive people, but not to put people on the plane and go unless I am with them in the plane. There's another story. But I hate goodbyes. I am a person that you will see me behind the curtains crying instead of saying goodbye to that person. And of course, what will make me a little bit good is eating desserts. Yes, after that, it will make me feel not happy because I'll gain weight. But for that, you need to work out to do this, you know? So, yes, this is what came to my mind. It's not funny because farewells are not funny at all. Especially for me, I hate it big time. I don't like it. So, yeah. But I do feel maybe it is funny that if you are behind the curtain crying and eating at the same time. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I tried to make it funny, but this is what came to my mind, and I told you about it. So back to you, table topic master.
You remind me of my childhood. That's really one good one. Now, who is raising his hand or her hand? Me. Hello, Morali.
Hello.
Now the floor is yours, and let's see what 3 words you will get. Choose a number, please.
I always love to be number 1.
Okay. Mirror, plate, and umbrella. Mirror, plate, and umbrella. Try to make a funny story from these 3 words.
Great. Since my marriage, I have forgotten to see myself in a mirror because I always I always have a plate in my hand because I am in the kitchen washing the utensils. And there only I use this plate to see myself whether I look good or not. Whenever I spend a lot of time in this, I can see a knock from the back from my wife hitting me with an umbrella and making sure that I concentrate on my work. Tabassum, please remove your backdrop. It's really reminding me about my wife hitting me from back. Okay, so the 3 things I really don't like in life. First is umbrella, because that is being used, that has to be used for rains, but it is being used for my hitting by my wife. And what to do? That has become a big problem for me. I have to cover it up with this plate, and people think that why this man is going around. I tell them this is my mirror. The best part is I'm yet to get that first knock from the back by an umbrella. Over to you.
I'm trying to believe you, but I laughed.
By the way, I came here sincere thanks to DTM Fatma Abdu's invitation. She persisted that I should come. I've come, and then, of course, the photo posted by Arij now made me that I should come in. Thank you.
You're welcome, and we are happy to have you. Who's the next volunteer?
What about our guest, Ahmed? Ahmed?
I cannot see who's raising hand, so I need some help. If there is anybody raising his hand or her hand.
Nobody,
Asma.
but Amar Shaban has opened his camera.
So Amr, will you try?
Yes, yes.
Great. Choose a number, please, Amr.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Yes.
Desk, engine, and butterfly.
Desk, engine, butterfly.
Desk, engine, and
There's
butterfly.
no relation.
Try to make a good relation by a funny story. Amr, the floor is yours.
Yeah, desk is remind me when I was young at school, and always we sit beside each other on one desk, maybe about 3 students in one desk, and some students prefer to sit on the back of the class to make funny actions with teacher without any teacher can notice that. So I think I remember that someone may make some strange voice, and when teacher see who did this voice, no one can answer, and all the students laugh about this. There's a butterfly. I don't relate it to words.
It can be in your stomach when you are speaking.
Sorry?
It can be in your stomach when you are speaking, if the question you don't know.
Okay. Butterfly also is related in our mind with fear, because when we were young, we always afraid from butterfly because she can make some pain to people, or so we always run away. And I imagine the man who in the how can I say, in the home of the butterfly, and all the butterfly around him, but he wear a suit for this. Okay, okay, back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Amr. Try, and me and you are trying to work on our humorous, and we are doing great job. We are taking the challenge, and we will be good.
Okay, thank you.
Now, who's the last volunteer? Because we don't have that much time. We need one volunteer only. Who will take the last chance? If not, I will choose the VP Education, and I will be the timer. If there is no volunteer.
Actually, we are running out of time. We are behind the 10 minutes behind the schedule.
Okay, so let's cut it down. Fine, thank you very much for having the table topics. Now, I will ask the timer about the report, but we don't vote for the best table topics in LOL. However, Fatma, how was the timing for our speaker? Were all qualified?
Yes. No, actually, unfortunately, we have one disqualification. We had 6 participants and 6 speakers. The first was our champion, Mohammed Gahtani. He took 1 minute 40 seconds. And Dr. Makhlouf, he took 1 minute 29 seconds. Toastmaster Rami, he took 2 minutes 55 seconds. DTM Ola, she took 1 minute 44 seconds. DTM Morley, he took 1 minute 23 seconds, and Toastmaster Amr, he took 2 minutes 20 seconds. So all are qualified except our guest.
Thank you very much, timer. And I know that we are not voting for the best table topics in LOL. And now, thank you for participating, and thank you for having me. And let's give the control back to our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Table Topics Master Didi Mbaba Salman, for conducting that very innovative and a very funny, humorous table topic session for us. I'm sure all the members have enjoyed the session. Now that brings us to our second segment, which is the prepared speech segment. Tonight, we have 3 speakers. The first 2 speakers will be attempting their projects in the pathways, which is a general formal Toastmasters meeting, but the third speaker will be doing a stand-up comedy. Now, for the guests who have joined us for the very first time in a LOL meeting, I would want to let them know that stand-up comedy is the cornerstone of LOL meetings. It will show you how to infuse humor into your speeches. And we have a very bubbly Toastmaster who's going to do that. But before I come to stand-up comedy session, let me take you through to the prepared speeches. Our first speaker tonight is Toastmaster Amr Shaban. He is attempting his level 1, project 2 from the path of dynamic leadership. His evaluator is Toastmaster Asma Al-Anisi. Now, fellow Toastmasters, we have these 2 very, very bubbly and very, very enthusiastic Toastmasters who will be doing. Before I invite the speaker, let me go to Toastmaster Asma Al-Anisi to please read out the objective statement or the purpose statement for our speaker tonight. It's all yours.
Yeah. Good evening again, everyone. The purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate that he or she has applied the feedback received from his first speech. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much. Now we have our prepared speaker, TM Amr Shaban. But before Amr Shaban starts speaking, I would request the timer to please read out the timing rule for him. His timing rule is 5 to 7 minutes.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the day and Toastmaster Amr Shaban. Your timing will be 5 to 7 minutes. At the 5th minute, I will show you the green background. And when you reach the midway, that is the 6th minute, I will show you the yellow background. And the last minute will be the 7th one. I will show you the red background with 30 seconds grace period to give you a chance to wrap up your speech. All the best, Toastmaster Amr. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, timer. Toastmaster Amr Shaban, it's all yours.
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster and esteemed guests, good evening. How many we have emergency cases in our daily basis? Can one answer? How many we have emergency cases in our daily basis?
There are few like accidental case.
Yes.
That's the most fire. They are the 2 major things.
Like maybe 1,000?
Yeah, thank you. Actually, we have many emergency cases in our life. I will speak about 3 cases only. We need to learn some tips to avoid it and what should we do once it happens. First, car accident. First of all, you should wear your seat belt and then be attention while you are driving in order to avoid car accident. And also, secondly, you should be attention towards other driver faults because there are many drivers unresponsible. However, if an accident happened and you aren't hurt, you should go to hospital to make a quick checkup, even if you feel okay. And if someone trapped in his car and unconscious, you should call the ambulance as soon as possible and tell the paramedics about the unconscious person first. In case anyone isn't hurt, and you should call the policeman to fix or to figure out this conflict. Second, an earthquake. We should be calm while an earthquake happens or when attack us. And if you can't run away from your building, you should stay under any chair or table and reassure your family. Otherwise, if you can run away from your building, don't use elevator and use stairs instead. And stay away from any building. And if your building affected by the earthquake, you should call the rescue workers as soon as possible. Third, about if you see someone drowning, first of all, you shouldn't swim when the sea is rough, and you should follow the swimming rules and make sure there is a lifeguard in the beach. And don't swim in the deep water without wearing life jacket. So if you see someone need help or seems drowning, you should call the lifeguard as soon as possible. Fourth, about fire. Fire is happening suddenly and spread very quickly, and you should to keep fire extinguisher at home, and you can use it when you feel any flame in your house. But if there is a hard fire, you should run away with your family and call the firefighter as soon as possible. I hope all of you and your family be safe, but if you prepare yourself for any emergency case and follow the safe rule, it will help you in the hard situation and avoid you many problems. I hope all of you safe and your family. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that wonderful speech. The second speaker tonight is another very committed Toastmaster. And her evaluator tonight is equally committed and a very compassionate Toastmaster. Ever since I have known her, she's been so compassionate as far as Toastmasters is concerned. Our second speaker tonight is attempting for her pathway of engaging humor, level 4, project 1. Now, before I invite the speaker, let me invite her evaluator to read out the purpose statement for her. It's all yours, DTM Mola Rashid.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Srinivas. Good evening, everyone, and good evening to my speaker, Toastmaster Tabassum. Tabassum, as already mentioned by Toastmaster Srinivas, she is working on her project number 1 from level 4 from the Engaging Humor path. And the purpose of her project today is she has to deliver 2 impromptu speeches, and each is 2 to 3 minutes. So timer, note that. I will be choosing, I have already chosen the 2 topics. So I'll just tell you the purpose statement. So the purpose of this project to deliver their method for the speakers to deliver their method of giving impromptu speeches and practice adapting rehearsed stories during a presentation. So this is the purpose, and Toastmaster of the Day, if you wanted to present the speaker, and then I will give her the topic, or you would like me to give her the topic directly?
No, you could give us the topic directly.
Okay, that's great. So timer, now that the speech will be 2 to 3 minutes. Toastmaster Tabassum, do you want the timer to explain the time for you?
No, I'm aware of it. 2 to 3 minutes, and then the second speech, 2 to 3 minutes. Dr. Fatma?
Okay, great.
Save time.
The first topic. The worst news possible has just been given to a gathering of friends and family. You are asked to speak to the group to give words of hope and support. I'll repeat again. The worst news possible sorry, has just been given to a gathering of your friends and family. You are asked to speak to the group to give words of hope and support. The platform is yours.
Thank you so much. The worst news given to the audience, I would say, was given to me. I sat here in the meeting and I was so heavy with my food, and suddenly I was told that you have to be the sergeant at arms. So I think that was the worst news which was given to me in this gathering of a virtual screen. And I had to play the role of sergeant at arms. And I always dread that I don't make mistake with the objectives, the mission statement. And luckily, yes, I made it. So I think I gave a lot of hope to all of you that yes, I read the whole mission statement and I could see the excitement and on all your faces. Okay, so yes, I want to drive hope because I saw a few amazing guests come in and they ran away. So I don't want the other guests who are here to run away from the meeting. So now the gathering which I'm addressing is right now our gathering over here. Yes, Ola's already taking her break time of having the water. Instead of evaluating me, she is busy taking the. Ola, please give me some hope that my speech is interesting and you're listening to my speech. Otherwise, I will feel like Amrish Abhan. I was seeing he speaking about all that hiding under the table, taking your family and running away. And I was seeing his background where he had the beach background. I said, yeah, he's chilling out over there, and he's giving us all the tips about how to safeguard yourself. So this is what that is the sad news which has been received over here. So that is the hope I want to give, that yes, the hope is there in the world. Don't worry, whatever the news comes, you see the population, we are exploding with population. Even like something like COVID also come in, our population will never ever reduce. So that is the hope I want to give you, that we are here to exist, and we are members of Laugh Out Loud Club. So have the hope that we are always laughing and our immunity is on the hold. Because of laughing, we increase our immunity. And that is why we are going to live a long life. And I can see the green signal. So I was just waiting when our Dr. Fatma will fly the green. And I'll say, Ola, give me the next topic. Give me some hope for the next topic. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters Tabassum. The second topic is,
you can give out of the box also, or from the selected topic, because I'm not prepared anyways.
Yeah, but this is like, it's exactly what you went through today. So the speaker for an important event is late. You are invited to open the event and fill a few minutes until the speaker arrives.
Okay.
So if the speaker didn't show up,
okay.
You need
well, today, thank you so much. Okay, my time starts now. Today is your very lucky day, because our speaker has not come in. And guess what? Whom they have said to entertain you? None other than the celebrity, Miss Tabassum Ali. Come on, give me a round of applause. There's a reaction button. Yes, come, keep some reaction. Yay! Some drum rolls, reaction. Yes. So you have a bigger celebrity coming to replace you. I mean, what more can you expect? Yeah, I can see the round of applause. I'm sure even the speaker will come and will not get this kind of applause. Okay, so whenever I start, I like to have good photographers and camera angle action. So yes, I want all of you to open your cameras and let's take a photograph. Let's have, till the speaker arrives, let's have a nice photo session. Put your cameras on. Come on, Timod. Arij, give me some filters on. Arij, yes, I can see Amar also. Rami, Ahmad, Suguna, Dr. Makloof, come on. Yes, I'm on the gallery view. Come on, let's have a photo session. Yay! Nice, come on. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Now, again, our crazy one. Let's have a crazy one. Oh, that's nice. But Srinivas, why are you standing so dumbstruck? Like, very in a shock treatment that what's happening. Yes, it's a part of my speech, and I'm also two timing, not two timing in that way. I'm two timing means I'm also doing my PR work. Is I'm taking a group picture to save time within my time slot as well. So yes, that's what. Now we have taken the picture, and I think our speaker is all ready. Our speaker is all set and all ready and just waiting, waiting for the time to go ticking, talking. And I like green color. I like green color because green symbolizes the earth. So I'm saying, someone show me the green, show me the green. I'm waiting for that one particular nice signal because my favorite color is green. Yeah, here we go. And now our speaker is right here. So please welcome our speaker on board, Toastmaster of the Day, Srinivas Chelapati. Yay! And he's already standing on the podium. Back to you, Ola.
Thank you very much, Somali, for that very entertaining impromptu speeches. Now it's time for our stand-up comedian to come and display her talent. Humor is a forte for this speaker, and I'm inspired by the speaker a lot. Since the time I know her, she's been such an enthusiastic and a committed Toastmaster. Toastmaster DTM Ari Jaffer is our stand-up comedian tonight.
Good evening. Yes.
May I request the timer to please read out the timing rule for our stand-up comedian?
Yeah, definitely. Today, Ditya Marij will deliver a stand-up comedy. And as usual in Laugh Out Loud, we have 3 to 4 minutes for each stand-up comedian. So she will see the green background when she reaches the minute number 3. And then at the 3rd minute and 30 seconds, she will see the yellow background. When she reaches the 4th minute, I will show her the red background with 30 seconds grace period. Over to you, and all the best, Ditya Marij.
Thank you very much, timer. It's all yours, Ditya Marie Jaffer.
Before I start, I will not start my speech until I see all cameras is on. Yes, Dr. Makhlouf, Wafa, everyone, open your cameras.
I just woke up, Marij. My eyes is not in its place. It's not only my eyeliner.
You broke my heart. You just broke my heart. Good evening, everyone. I hope you all are going to enjoy this time with me. Are you sure you're going to enjoy this time with me? You know what other times that people are enjoying those days? Taking vaccine. How many of you, please raise your hands if you took your vaccine already? Okay. Ola, Wafa, Dr. Makhlouf, did you take your vaccine? Raise your hands. Yes, whoever did not open your camera, raise your hands as well if you want to. Yes, let me tell you something, people. You all are trapped in a place that no one can reach. Yes, you are. Actually, this is a study happened by a lady called, her name is Farida. And if you didn't hear about her, and I'm sure you didn't hear about her because she's my sister-in-law, this Farida, she find out that vaccine is just a microchip that will be injected into your body. And they will be following you all around. However, we have the mobiles and they can follow us all the time. They don't need to inject us, right? But let me tell you something. I am the first one who disagree with that, not with her studies that she did when she was cooking some pasta with the shrimp. Actually, I believe that she took these studies from the shrimp itself, and my brother told me that the shrimp was raw when he was eating it. So yeah, you can imagine how bad that was. Anyway, I disagree with taking the vaccine. And I told everyone I will not register. And I swear to God, I never registered. My sister did register for me. I don't know, she was crazy. But no vaccine. So you all are trapped on that microchip that my sister-in-law, which happened to be my niece as well, my cousin as well. Also, her grandfather is same as my grandfather. My dad is her uncle and her mom is my auntie. So many things. Anyway, so if you people took your vaccine, please, if you are going to change to a lizard one day, based on Farida's saying, I don't know, I told you from now. So people who did not take the vaccine, don't take it. For me, I will not take it. However, today, I took it and you can see that nothing happened, I'm fine. I'm not transferring, no swelling happening, nothing, I'm fine. And vaccine this is just the microchip they have injected me with. So I'm the last person who will take the vaccine. And I swear to God, again, I did not register. It's my sister who put me under that spot. And she even changed that my residency was based on the Ministry of Education. That's why I got the turn before everyone else. Which remind me with my brother that he felt so bad that I took the vaccine and he didn't. Anyway, with my microchip, I can change the world right now. Based on what Farida's was saying. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Lydia Marie Jaffa, for that wonderful, wonderful stand-up comedy what we had tonight. I'm sure people now be wary of microchips. Anyway, they are all around us. With this, we come to the concluding session of our meeting. And the concluding session is always the segment where we take home the messages. And to conduct this session, we have our area director, DTM Siham Muhammad, who will be conducting the evaluation session. It's all yours, DTM Siham.
Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the day. And now for our final segment, which is evaluation segment. And in the evaluation segment, we are going to watch 3 parts of this segment. The first is going to be by the evaluators for evaluating the prepared speeches and the speakers. Then we are going to listen to the report of the timer, and at the end, I will give my final report. So let's start with our first evaluator, and our first evaluator is TM Asma Al-Anizi, and she is going to evaluate TM Amr, I guess, right?
Yeah.
His name is Amr, right?
Yeah. Right.
TM Amr, over to you, TM Asma.
Thank you so much.
Before you start, just DTM Fatma, would you explain the time, please?
Yeah, absolutely, sure. For each evaluator, they will have 2 to 3 minutes. At the second minute, I will show the green background. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will show the yellow background. And when they reach the last minute, that is the third one, I will show the red background with 30 seconds grace period for each to wrap up their speeches. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. And now with our first evaluator, TM Asma Al-Anizi.
Thank you so much, our General Evaluator. I want to say good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Amr. Your speech is such a timely topic. I completely emphasize with you since I too have emergency cases sometimes and get confused on how to deal with them. So your tips are really important. Regarding your delivery, you did well on your hand gestures when you talked about emergency cases and tips in general. But it would have been more impactful had your gestures had been more exaggerated. For example, when you talked about droning, try to use your hands. And also, when you talked about fire, make it really emergency. Try to convince us that you have an emergency cases. And another point, try to use personal stories. Personal stories will make your speech, any speech, more effective, because it will make us imagine, not only listen to your speech and understand your message, also it will make us understand your feelings and your message. And just to review, great job. You chose a very important topic and your speech was very well told. You did well in your hand gestures when you talked about emergency cases and tips in general. And it would be really great if you could focus more on your body language as a whole, because body language is really important when you speak about an important message like this. And I forget to mention your speaking area. You talk about emergency cases and tips, but you stood in the same place all the duration of your speech. So I recommend you to divide your speech area so that we will understand your message a bit. That's my recommendation for you. And I hope you will do more effective speech in the future, and I'm sure you will do. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, our evaluator. For the first speaker, thank you for your constructive feedback. And let's move on to our second evaluator, DTM Ola Rashid. She is going to evaluate our second speaker, and our second speaker was Tabassum. So the floor is yours. You want the time to be explained, or you are okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, great. So over to you.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, for the Toastmasters, dear guests, and my target speaker, Toastmasters Tabassum. Now, Tabassum, her purpose for today is to deliver 2 impromptu speeches from a certain list of topics. I have already chosen 2 topics for her, and she delivered the 2 speeches. Now, I'll do like a generic evaluation, and then I'll tell more about the things that I do believe she needs to work on for future speeches. At the beginning, I really loved how she chosen us as an example of an audience to address in the both speeches. That was really very good. And the way she was interacting with us, it made all of us to listen to her, right? And she engaged each one of us and speaking to certain people individually, and that was really very good. I really loved it, especially in the second speech when she had to do a speech, tell the main speaker to arrive, and she addressed the Toastmaster of the day as if he is the awaited speaker. That was really a smart way of doing it. And of course, Tabassum, you are a good speaker. Yani, I will not speak a lot about how good a speaker you are. I do prefer at this stage, especially for a speaker like you, to speak more about the things that you really need to work. First of all, you need to slow down. Especially at the first speech, I felt your ideas were not organized. You were not that much prepared. In the second speech, you were prepared, but the first one, I felt you were not 100% prepared. And you spoke about many different things. And you were speaking too fast, where I have reached a point I am lost what you are talking about. So just to try to slow down a little bit so that people will understand what you are speaking. And as I already mentioned, I felt at the first speech, your ideas were not organized that much. Your second speech was much way better than the first speech because I felt that you were prepared, especially maybe the topic itself, it was maybe easier. I really wanted at the first speech, even if you wanted to address us as an audience, to get into directly and try to make a problem from nowhere and engage us with that problem. And just to speak about one that problem and how we can get out of it by giving us a hope and support and so on. So I felt maybe if you worked it in that way, that would have made it much better. But in overall, great, well done. Especially the second speech was really very good. And the way you were interacting with people was really very smart. And best of luck for you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much for your inspiring feedback, DTM Al Rashid. And now let's move on to our last evaluator. And he is rather than DTM Mohammed Makhlouf. And he is going to evaluate DTM Arij Jafar. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, DTM Siham Mohammed, our general evaluator for tonight, and our area director. DTM Arij, thank you so much for this very nice stand-up comedy. For the newcomers, for the guests, and for the new members, the difference between the speech and the stand-up comedy is that in the speech we have a structure of opening, body, and conclusion, and there is ideas. In the stand-up comedy, we have series of punches or jokes that have one theme together and will end up with us rolling of laughing. DTM Arij did amazing job. She started with a very high energy, trying to engage everybody with one question, which start the theme of her stand-up comedy, which is an excellent way to start her stand-up comedy. Then she started many jokes in incidences. We categorize this type of stand-up comedy as clean stand-up comedy with a personal story or a personal accident happened to her. And she chose the vaccine that she took today. And also, she had exaggerated a little bit what she faced during the vaccines. And this was very good to create laughter with the audience. Now, there is a few things, if she add to her speech, it will be great. The first thing is the poses. And let me give you an example of the poses. The first one, when you start saying, before saying, she's my sister-in-law, you don't know her, she's my sister-in-law. You said it like that. If you just give us a pause here, it will make a lot of difference. Build on that on other vacations or other occasions. And also, there was a little of a repetition toward the end. We need one more joke or two more jokes to close the stand-up comedy with. It will make a big difference because close or the end of the stand-up comedy is very important as the opening. Overall, it was very good. Just add pauses and add a few more jokes it will be totally great. Thank you very much, and back to our general evaluator.
Thank you so much, DTM Dr. Mohammed Makhlouf, for your clarifying what's the difference between a speech and a stand-up comedy, because it's very, very important for guests and for me as well. Thank you so much. So now can we move on to the... We will start, and I believe finish also with our timer for today, because she is the only one that's going to give a report. And DTM Fatma, I believe that all the evaluators are qualified. Can you give us the time?
Thank you so much, our general evaluator. We had 3 evaluators for today. Toastmaster Asma, she took exactly 3 minutes, 30 seconds. She finished on time. And DTM Wala, she took 3 minutes, 17 seconds. Dr. Mohammed Makhloufi took 2 minutes, 43 seconds. So all of them are qualified.
Thank you so much. Do we have to make a poll, or in LOL you don't make?
No. The only thing that I need to make is to raise a motion to extend our meeting for 10 minutes because we need to end on time and we still have the evaluation segment. So I believe that I raise a motion to extend the meeting 10 minutes.
Okay, so anyone to second the motion?
This is Adi Jaffer. I'm a member at Laugh Out Loud Toastmasters Club, and I second the motion.
Thank you so much. So according to that, I believe that we are going to extend the meeting for other 10 minutes. Now it's time for my report. Actually, to tell you the truth, this is the 3rd or 4th time to attend LOL. Every time I attend the meeting, it's a club with another flavor. You know, first of all, yes, I know that I'm going to laugh. But every time you give me another meaning of laughing, you give me another new information that laughing can be done in a different way. So thank you so much for your dedication and the quality of the meeting. Besides, I loved so much the guests for today. Mashallah, mashallah, mashallah. It's really wonderful, and it gives a feeling of relaxation that really people are still coming and attending as guests, especially these days. This is really a privilege to you as LOL. Thank you so much. And of course, the presence of our champ, this was fantastic. Starting the meeting, we were a little bit late, but it's okay. I believe that it doesn't, I attended before and you were on time, so we can exclude this time. Then we started with the warming by the president. And of course, what I liked that you make Tabassum acting SAA to start the meeting, and she started it in a very lovely comic way, which added flavor to the meeting. Then we have the president welcoming the guests in a lovely, smiling, warming way that was fascinating. And then we started with the Toastmaster of the day, who started with us the meeting with this lovely way of asking funny questions. To tell you the truth, is that the dominant feature of the meeting was the funny atmosphere with education at the same time. So we are getting fun with education, what we called edutainment. So that was fantastic. Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the day. And I loved especially talking about the language and the different situations regarding, especially that when you were introducing each role player, you were asking her or him a question about the language. That was a very innovative idea. Thank you so much. Then the brilliant and unpreceded way of introducing the table topic with DTM Wafa Salman. You are an expert, ma'am. No doubt that you excelled all the table topic segments I watched all through the Toastmasters meetings. So hats off, a very brilliant idea, and I like it so much. And we moved on. Of course, the speakers were so brilliant, and it was a challenge for them to make sentences out of 3 words are not related at all, and they make us laugh at the same time. Then we moved to the prepared speeches, and in the prepared speeches, I really liked it wasn't the prepared speeches the way I used to watch. Of course, it was stand-up comedy, and it was magnificent. Each and every speech has a message, and at the same time made us laugh. For the evaluators, all the evaluators were, mashallah, very qualified, expert, and know exactly what to say. All in all, it was a wonderful meeting. Our timer for today was a real guard for the timing and did an excellent job. Thank you so much. And for me as a general evaluator, I wish you all the best. And inshallah, I will be a permanent guest, then member in the future. Thank you so much. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Didiam Siham, for that wonderful and exhaustive evaluation. I'm sure the members have enjoyed it and must be taking your feedback home. That brings us to the conclusion of this meeting and to the theme of the meeting. It is now time for our president to take over and do the necessary formalities. I sign off as the Toastmaster of the day for meeting number 61 of LOL. Thank you very much, members. I enjoyed being the Toastmaster of the day tonight. Back to our president. It's all yours, Didiam Salman.
Let's give the Toastmaster of the day a big round of applause. Thank you so much, Srinivas, for running the meeting smoothly and keeping the members energetic and laughing. Now I want to ask the VP Education or the timer, actually, how many minutes I have till the end of the meeting, because we extended 10 minutes.
We still have the 10 minutes with God's grace.
That's great.
Yeah,
So in these 10 minutes, we can listen to our guests and see how they find our meeting. Let's start by Rami.
Yeah, hi again.
Hello.
Well, I always like your meetings, Wafa, you know, and what I liked about this meeting is the background that Makhlouf used, the smiley faces. I thought they were his relatives. They look alike a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome and hope to see you again, Rami.
Sure. Yeah, these are your relatives, right, Dr. Makhlouf?
We are.
First cousins.
And in the background.
I did not comment, but we are.
Not you, Wafa. He's talking about his relatives' photos in the virtual background.
The smiley faces.
Yeah, these are his brothers.
Exactly.
Without her as well. Morally, how did you find our meeting?
You know, it is 1:30 here. I'm still waiting here. That shows the greatness of LOL. Really, I mean, it's been an amazing meeting. I enjoyed each and every part. It's good it was in the midnight. Otherwise, my wife really would have come with an umbrella and hit me.
She will put you in the kitchen.
I'm already in the kitchen. I'm talking from the kitchen only. Anyhow, the purpose of coming to this meeting is to see my brethren, my friends, my relatives, especially the young, smiling, the rookie Toastmaster, Dr. Makhlouf, whom I love so much as I love Wafa Salman. And great to see all my family members. Thank you, Wafa.
Welcome, Morally, and anytime we are honored to have you. as a guest. Asma, how did you find our meeting? Thank God that this time I'm seeing you that you are a guest, not a member.
Yeah. Honestly, I recommend everyone, not only in Toastmaster, but also everyone who knows about Laugh Out Loud to attend your meeting. It is really different and full of energy. In this meeting, I can only see everyone smile. And the smiling is very important in our current life because it's full of a tragedy and a drama. And we need fun to make our life more easier to live. So I really love your agenda and your topic and everything in Laugh Out Loud meeting. It's
Thank you,
always my
Asma.
pleasure to be part of your meeting. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
having me.
Asma, and it's a pleasure to have you always. And hope you think about membership if you have space in your schedule. We have two guests, and two did not talk in the beginning because they did not join from the beginning. Shikar Tiwari and Dina. Shikar, I'm pronouncing your name well?
Yes, it's Shekhar actually. Nice to see you. Thank you, Madam Wafa. Actually, my aim to build the friendship. Actually, I know Madam Tabassum Ali and I know Murli sir, and I know Dina also, the smiling face. I attended yesterday's meeting there in the my main purpose is to build the friendship and to make connectivity. So I just I'm sorry that I joined late because it was when I saw the agenda and then I immediately entered in this one. The meeting is wonderful and it's really attractive, and thank you so much, Madam Tabassum Ali. Actually, you miss one is there means you all are in my heart, and I love and again and again. Thank you so much. Best luck to you all. Back to Madam.
Thank you, Shikara, and hope to see you in our next meeting as well.
Sure,
Tabassum, send him the invitation. Thank you, Tabassum, and thank you, Arish. You are inviting lots of people and DTM Fatma. Yes.
Wafa, he is DTM Shekhar Tiwari, Division F Director from District 79.
Wow. Welcome, sir, and good to have you. Looking forward to see you again in our funny club.
Definitely. I'll join. I love to join you people. Thank you.
Thank you. Last but not least, we saw lots of smile from Dina. Dina, tell us about yourself. How did you find our meeting? And the floor is yours. You enjoyed and you laughed. I see you laughing and putting smiley faces a lot. And we are happy to have you, and it's a pleasure. Hope to see you in another meeting.
When is the next meeting? We'll post it on the social media, Facebook, like how we inform this meeting, we'll inform.
It's
when
after
is the next
2
meeting?
weeks.
17th
2
of
weeks.
May. 17th of May.
17th of May.
Okay. DTM Wafa?
Yes.
17th.
Thank you, Tina, for coming to our meeting. Yes, Fatma.
I would like just to remind you that 17th of May will be the first day of Eid. So we need to change the date, either to postpone to 30th of May.
دكتور فاطمة
دكتور فاطمة
العيد 13/5
13 is the
13 13 not 17
or 14, 13th or 14th.
لا هو 13.
So 17 will be
13 by
خلاص
default.
Eid is over.
Okay. Okay.
Dr. Fatma wants to fast more than us.
I usually do. I usually do.
Okay, so thank you very much. Is there any announcement? So our next meeting is on May 17. The agenda will be open, and members, please book your role as soon as possible before the agenda is closed.
Also, Wafa, can I
stand up
say
comedy
something?
Dr. Fatma.
Great. Okay.
Wafa,
Yes.
Wow.
just to remind
I will take a
that-
speech.
Toastmaster
guys,
today, who will be
guys. Just to remind everyone that on 29th or 28th of May, we will have the district annual conference meeting, which is the contest. And in Laugh Out Loud, most of the members are competing. So me, Tabassum, Ula, Dr. Fatma, Ellen, and there is a lot of backups like Dibak, me, Dr. Fatma, Ellen.
We also back up.
So I want you all to be with us, to support us, because we are not scared at all.
We will. Definitely we will.
And also,
Will
Asma
rock.
is a backup, I believe, or she's competing. I'm not sure, but like Srinivas as well. So,
Who's
yeah.
competing? Okay, fine. Dr. Fatma, is there anything you need to say?
No, thank you so much. I would like just to encourage each and every member to book or to take up a role as soon as I open the agenda, please. So now we have one stand-up comedy and one speaker. Yes. And still we need to finalize the agenda and to choose or to decide the theme of the agenda so that we can prepare the post
Toastmaster of the day
and
for
the
me.
agenda as soon as possible.
Okay,
Sorry?
so put it on the
Arrange is the
group.
Toastmaster of the day.
Toastmaster of the day. Great.
Put it on the group and they will fill
And,
the. Yes, Dina. Let's hear from Dina. Dina,
DTM Wafa is
you
a
want to be
stand-up
an
comedy
accountant.
also.
Excuse me?
DTM Wafa is a stand-up comedy also.
No, no.
Not
No excuses.
I cannot be a stand-up comedian. I'm
No
not.
excuse. No. If Najwa did it, then you can do it.
Okay,
Najwa
Wafa,
is
you
funny
be
person, not me.
Wafa, you be sit-down comedian.
Okay, so sit down is fine with me.
Toastmaster Amr, would you like to take up the role of the timer? It's very easy. I can guide you.
Okay, okay.
Great.
And Dina put she wants a counter.
Okay.
That's great.
We don't have a role, but we can create one role for one meeting.
Yes, it will be an exception.
Arij, you are fasting?
It's not.
Not
it's
now.
evening.
Not
She's
now.
fast eating. She's fast
Good
eating,
night
not
all.
fasting.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Good night.
Ramadan Kareem to all of
Good
you.
night,
Kul Amad
everyone.
Antayib.
Ramadan
Thank you
Kareem.
so
Bye.
much.
Good
Thank
night.
you,
Good
Morley,
night.
for
Bye.
coming.
Goodbye.
Have a great
Good night,
weekend.
everybody.
Thank
Good
you
night,
very much.
Shekhar. Good night,
Good
all.
night.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you, guys. Goodbye.
Same day we have a district contest.
All the best.
So
Right.
all the best to you all, because maybe we will not have people to attend. Yeah, because of our 2 weeks of District 79 is last week and second last week is our District 79 conference.
All the best, Shekhar Saab.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.